Previously, on part 1, I went to plastering school to learn the basics on an intensive 4-day course. But here and now, in part 2, I'm putting my skills to the test. I'm back in the real world on a real job. Can I save hundreds of pounds by doing it myself? I've filmed my entire progression and I think it's one of the best on YouTube. I think you'll find it helpful. I want to give a big thanks to Kirk Johnstone and his brilliant channel On The Trowel. Kirk's videos have been a massive help to me, and you'll see me trying to implement his methods in this video. So come along for the ride and see if I'm any good at this. Check this, I've learned a new trick. Hi again, it's Friday the 30th of January. Just finished that plastering course yesterday. So just to give you a timestamp, just finished that yesterday. That was pretty good. Anyhow, we're kind of on this little bit just near the hallway here. This wall needs repairing. So I'm going to plasterboard this wall. So yeah, just wanted to show that before I get cracking on it. So good little bit of plastering practice after my course. Ready, let's go. Alright, that's better. So I've got my board on, that's all drying now. It's all screwed up. Yeah, I filled all the gaps in with my excess drywall adhesive while I had some, so they're all filled up. Right, I've just put my screw tapes around all the cracks everywhere and stuff down here, and I've just been giving it a seal up with some SPR as well. Coated all these with SPR sealing. I haven't done that because that's obviously plasterboard, but I've given the bits of adhesive a seal up as well. So I'm ready to start mixing, get my trowel and give it a bash. This is just going tacky now, so by the time I'm mixed up, it should be good to go. Cool. Little wobble. Now then, I soon realised this was a very awkward area to film in, so I will keep this brief. But I will just say, this wasn't as easy as I'd imagined. No, I had a bad time doing this, if I'm honest. I started to struggle, and I was rushing around like an headless chicken in the end, and I didn't film much of it. So we will skip forward. Okay, this is what my first coat looks like. I don't know if you can see anything, but... Yes, taking on all of these areas at once proved to be my downfall, I think. All of these wet angles in the corners proved really tricky. I struggled, and it was really warm up in this corner. Hey up, it's the next day. It was really difficult filming in here yesterday, so I just had to crack on. As you can see, it's drying out now. It was difficult, I'm telling you. I started to struggle at the end there. I think I took on too much. I've just learnt that from yesterday. I think I took on too much at once, bit off more than I could chew, thinking that was too good. But as you can see, let me just get out of the way. And I got up there, it was a bit awkward getting around that wire. But I've got this area done. But I'll just show you things like this. Look, can you see? You see this? There's little bits there, look, things like that, little bits up the edges, what I'm just not quite happy with. But, you know, I got this bead looking quite nice. It went nice along that bead there. Yeah, I did start to struggle. I had to get a bit of a push on to try and get it done because it was drying on me. It was real hot in this corner here. And yeah, I bit off more than I could chew, I think. Looking back, I should have probably just done the ceiling and this wall behind me and just kept it nice and steady like that, and then tackled the other areas once they was dry. I should have done that really, but it was difficult getting all the wet corners, you know, ceiling, two walls, all the wet edges. I found that a bit tricky. Yeah, a tricky first start. But luckily enough for me, we have got another project just starting in this room behind me here. So I'll see you in the next section when we've got that room sorted out and I've got some nice walls to have a proper go at. Alright, see you soon. Alright, it's a few days later now. As you can see, this is dried out fully behind me now. And yeah, it's not too bad now. I can see it in its full glory. It's about 90% there. There's a few little bits. Look, there's a few little bits here what I showed you before. There in the corners. I don't know if you can make it out. There's things like this. Things like this. Just up the edges a little bit untidy. But all in all, it's not too bad. Nothing a little bit of filler and paint won't sort out. So that was my first attempt. But let me show you in here. Now this is what I'm talking about. I've got something proper to have a good practice on now. Look at this. I've done a bit of beading around reveals there, that's all gone nice. I've got my beads, lovely. I've got my beads on the reveals, look, and they're meeting nice in the corners there. And then up there. And again, that's pretty nice there, so I shouldn't be having too much bother with them. It's all scrimmed up, as you can see. Got my scrim tips on in the corner. So I'm just going to take on this window wall today. Just one wall, I can take my time and put all my focus on that instead of rushing around. I've got all my stuff ready to go. I've got my steel trowel, I've got my Flexi Trowel for the last, I am going to use that until the very last polish. I might not even use it at all, but I've got that. My mixing bucket, I've got some more plaster downstairs, my hawk, I've got my bucket, and my bucket. Yeah, so this window wall is going to be my first proper go. Can't wait to have a go on it today. Alright, let's see how I do. Okay, look, I'm all set to go, and as Kirk Johnstone always says on his videos, top left to top right, bottom left to bottom right. That's what I'm going for. Alright, let's give it a bash. Oh no, first splash already, come on. Let's go again, let's fill these beads up. There. There. Fill them beads. Come on, we can do it. Let's go. Come on. Fill them beads up like that. Like that. Ready? Right, now I'm going to come across the bottom left to bottom right, this way, ready? Into there, come up with the angles, there, out that way. Oh, come on. As soon as it goes on a handle, it'll start going everywhere. So annoying. You've got to keep clean everything you do. Oh, I've just done enough stuff here. That's going to be nice. Just done enough. And enough mix. I thought I'd have done too much or too little, but it seems like I've done the Goldilocks amount. I'm not trying to get it looking perfect. Like I say, this looks terrible right now. There's lines in it and all sorts, but what he told me is just first coat, just get it on. Get it on, don't worry about it. You can mess about with it in a minute, but just get it on the wall. Just get it on nearly there, you know, as long as it's like 80% there. You can faff with it later, but just get it on. And that's what I'm trying to remember. Because you have a tendency to want to try and make it look perfect straight off the bat. And I think that's where we're going wrong. It's, you can get to it later on and make it look good. Just stop faffing with it and get it on. So if I go up there with that one, just on the back end of my trowel, get that on there, I'll take that up. Alright, so I've got something to work with there. And I'll take a bit from there, like Kirk says. Take a bit, go in neat. Take a bit, go in neat. Take a bit, go in neat. Right, that's my first coat on. And as I look at it now, it looks pretty terrible. There's lines all over it, all sorts, it looks horrendous. But that's the first coat done, it's on the wall. Now, before it even does anything, I'm going to clean the tools off and give it a flatten. Alright, clean tools, I'm just going to go over this and flatten it now and try and get it looking 95% there, semi-decent. Just trying to see that line there, look at that line. Just come through. Let's just get rid of that, that's better. Up to that bead there. I want to get in the ballpark here, not a home run. Yeah, it's about 15 minutes later now after I finished that. And this is firming up nice. As Kirk says, I can leave an impression, but it's not sticking to my fingers. So, that's ready for a second coat. So what I'll do, I've got my bucket all cleaned out, got some fresh water. Gonna mix a second coat up, a little bit thinner this time so it goes on lovely and creamy. I don't need as much as well for this. Get a second coat on, and I'll start again. Top left, top right. I've done half the work, haven't I? It's relatively flat, I just need to smooth this over with the second one. So I'll mix this up, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I've got a nice bit of second coat stuff here, look. It's maybe a tad thicker than I'd like, but I think I'll be alright. Hopefully that's enough there. Prime my trowel. A little bit of stuff. Don't drop it this time, just prime it. Nice. Don't drop it. Little wobble. Lovely. Around that corner, like that. Alright, don't rush. Don't rush, you've got plenty of time now. Take your time. Do a nice job. There. Fill that bead in. Fill that bead. Fill that bead there. Right, again I need to be filling these beads up. Like this. There. Pretty good. Pretty good. I've come across the window and you can see where I've second coated up to. See where I've second coated up to there. So I need to bring this corner in now and start coming down this section. Put my camera on my chest, I hope you can see that. Take a little bit, go in neat. Okay. Yeah, this will be drying, so I'll come back to this side and carry on. Okay, so up the left hand side. There. Take a bit, go in neat. There. There. Remembering where you've been as well, like, you know, it's been the same colour obviously. You know, I know that I'm up to there, look. My second coat's coming down from the top, I know that I'm here, look, like this. So I'm trying to fill that. I'm trying to fill that little spot there, so bring that round. Fill your beads up. That's what Kirk says, fill your beads up. But always make sure that you go up them when you're finished. Yeah, that was good. Sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls?
Yeah, I'm ready for one. I'm ready for one, mate. Give them a little clean off. And I'm just going to clean my trowel up because that looks a bit of a mess. The back edges are not cleaned off. Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying when it does that. Oh, it really is annoying. You've got to keep your angle nice. It's got to be slightly off the wall on it. There. Right, fill them beads up. There. Fill them beads up. Fill them beads up. Take it up there. Sausage rolls downstairs apparently, which is nice. I'm just ready for a bite after this. Right. Come on, JD, you can do it. Let's go. So I've just run out of stuff here. I could have just done with a bit more. See, that's the thing. I don't know how much to mix and stuff. I don't know how much water to put in the bucket at the beginning. But I'll pick it up, won't I? No, that's all I've got left now. Oh, I don't know. They make it look so easy, don't they? They make it look so easy. I don't know. I'm just dinged in the wall there with my hawk messing about. And that's how much I've dropped so far. Not too bad, I don't think, for a first timer. Right, I feel like the pressure's off now. Second coat's on, it's not looking too bad. I'll just give it another 5 minutes just to harden off a little bit. Give it a quick flatten with the trowel, get most of it down, and then most of the work's done. Then, like I said, the pressure's off now. Actually, at this point, I'm going to get a wet brush, and I've realised I haven't been doing this, so I'll take this chance now. Give my corners a little wet in, just before I start wet troweling up. Alright, it's been about 10-15 minutes I think since I put that on, and it's feeling quite tough now. I can't really leave, I can just leave little impressions there on my finger, but it's certainly not coming off on my fingers. But it feels quite stiff now, but still quite wet as well, quite damp. So I'm going to get a wet trowel on this now and come across and just try and flatten this out even nicer. But press the top, bring one down there, like that. Wet trowel. I'll come down first. Good bit of pressure now. There. There. It's quite firm now. It's quite firm, so it can take a little bit of a push. Like this. Don't disturb me when I'm wet troweling. Nothing can disturb me when I'm troweling up, because the pressure's on. The pressure's on, mate. Yeah, I can understand now why it's so important to set your beads right in the preparation stage, because when your trowel's coming across like this, you just want it to glide across both of them. Alright then, that's my first wet trowel done. I don't think the camera does it justice, but it's looking pretty good, take my word for it. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, it's looking nice, there's no big lines in it anywhere. Next thing, just give it another 10 minutes or so, just let it firm up a little bit more, maybe 10-15 minutes. Like I said, it's nearly there now. I'm not too worried about any problems, it's the pressure's off. And I'll just give it another wet trowel once it's firmed up a little bit, and then it should really start looking chef's kiss. Ah, look at this, watching plaster dry with a cup of tea. Yeah, I'm happy so far. I'm happy with how it's going. A lot better than that little hallway that I did there. Just shows you how you're building baby steps and just pick up every time you go. This is a lot better. My angles are nice. Where it's meeting the other wall there, I've got them pretty nice and solid. There's no horrible gaps there. I've not dropped loads. I've been fairly clean, but you know, that can be improved on as well. Yeah. Okay, second wet trowel. Get some on there. Across the top and down. Nice big sweeps down like that. That's nice, a little bit of water. There. Nice. There, pressing pretty hard on it now. There. Seems a bit dry on the beads there. Okay, that's nice across there, I'm happy with that. Beads are looking clean. There. Nice big sweeps. It's just tearing there, look. A little bit dry near them beads there. That's better. Again, that's because I've got a new trowel and these edges are quite square. You need a nice sharp one, don't you? So one day when that gets real sharp, this should leave a nicer job. Well, that's the second wet trowel done. It's basically finished now, it's not far off. I'm just going to leave it a little bit longer, and it just needs a little final polish off really with a dry trowel later once it's hardened up a little bit. I don't want to polish it too much like a glass floor, because then the paint won't stick to it very well, will it? So constant cleaning and tidying up here. Stressful. Alright, I've got this ox Flexi Trowel here, and I know you shouldn't really use these in the beginning stages because it doesn't really give you a flat wall, but from what I gather I think they're okay right at the end, just for a final blast over. So I've never used it before, so I just want to see what it feels like. So it's right near the end now. It's really firmed up. It's nice. So I'm just going to go over with this Flexi Trowel and just see what it feels. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's like really, obviously it's flexible, but it just goes over it really nicely. And I think once it's hardened up near the end, it's not going to sort of cause too much damage and just follow the bumps. So, but I know what they're saying, you should be able to get a good job with just your steel trowel, but I just wanted to see what it was like because I've never had one before. Interesting. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there. That's about as much as I can do with that one, I think. Yeah, I'm very happy with that for my first proper go. And as you can see, it's just starting to set now. You can see the dark brown coming. So it's on the turn. Yes, I hope the camera picks it up, but it's not bad at all. Not bad for a first attempt. I'm really happy with that, how it's gone. And my corners have gone quite nice. I've been extra careful on this today and tried to make sure that they are all nicely filled. And I've had a wet brush up and down them, joining into this next wall, which I'll be doing soon. Beads have gone lovely, filled out lovely. Yes, I'm very happy with how that's gone today. It's took me about 3 hours or something, just taking my time. I didn't want to bite off more than I can chew and start doing 2 walls at the same time. I've just took that on today, nice and steady, kept chilled, kept on top of it. It's not got away with me. Alright, it's the next day. Just getting ready to do this one. I'm just about to put some screw tapes down the joints. I've just covered up these electric wires down here and the plumbing pipes there with some duct tape so I don't get any splashes in them. Just having a clean up, making sure there's no bits on the floor flying around anyway. And I'll get cracking in a minute. I've got my stuff mixed up here. There, look. Nice. Got a nice half a bucket full there. Right, let's go. Come on. So same again, I'm going to go top left, top right, and come across here, go that way. Taking a bit, going in neat. Oh, time is 1:30. 1:30, let's see how long it takes me to do it. Not that I'm rushing. I'm not rushing. It's my time. Okay. Alright, I'm on. I've started. Now we've started. Remember, don't faff about with it too much, just get it on.
Did that dry alright? Was you pleased with that?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I can get some good sweeps on this one.
Yeah.
Get some good big arm sweeps going hopefully. Something like that. Yeah, nice roll. That's half the battle I'm finding, it's knowing how much to mix up and stuff, you know. I don't know. Get it on, no messing about. get it on. Get it on there. I'll faff with it in a minute. Take a little bit, go in neat. Take a bit, go in neat. Alright, that's the first coat on. 2 o'clock, so that's took me half an hour to put that on. Yeah, you realise how much you need, you go through loads, so I've kind of known that that's about half a bag, maybe just a bit more than half a bag there. So before it starts setting too much, I'm going to get straight on it and flatten it off. Because it's still quite wet, this. Yeah, it's still really wet, so I've got like 5 minutes now to sort of mess about with it and try and get these lines out and get it looking semi-decent. Really shallow angle. I don't want to be scraping it all off. Nice and shallow. Just coming down. That's nice. That's just getting all the lines out. That looks nice there. That's good. Yeah, lovely. So that looks really good up there. Sort of, 80%, 90% pretty good. See if I can bring you in. There's the first coat, which I've just done on the bottom. And then there's the top, which I've just flattened in, look. And that looks pretty good already. Look at that. Not too bad. Still some little bits in it, the odd little line here and there, but more or less it's looking nice across the top there. So I'll just do the same. I'll just bring this across here, get rid of these. Oh, look at that. I hate that. That's so annoying when you take some off like that. That's so annoying. Now, pinch a bit from the bottom here. Pinch a bit from the bottom. Work it back in. We can do it. We've still got time, don't worry. Don't panic. It's alright. It's alright, we'll do it. There it goes, look. It's gone. We've done it. Panic over it. Panic over it. It's okay. There. Alright, so that's what I'm left with. It's a pretty flat first coat. And that's picking up now and drying a little bit, so I'm going to clean the tools off and let that pick up a bit. There, just clean the tools down. It's been about 10 minutes or so. That's it, you can see that. Imprints, but it's not on my fingers. Yeah, so that's firmed up a little bit. That's ready for a second coat, I believe. So I'll get mixed up and I'm going now. Now, I want this a little bit wetter than my first one. This should be about half as much plaster. Alright, so I've got a lovely second coat mix there. A little bit wetter than the first one. Don't want it sopping wet. Wobble, like Kirk says, and that shouldn't fall off. Marvellous. Not going to use as much this time. A nice wet, kind of creamy, thinner coat over this, because I've already done the hard work here. This should just be nice big sweeps and make it good. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Knowing how much to mix in your bucket is something I need to improve on. You know, obviously the more you do it, you must be able to look at a wall and go, oh yeah, that's half a bag, or that's 3/4 of a bag, that, you know. I'd like to be able to get to that stage where you know how much stuff you're looking at. Because I'm doing a bit of guesswork really, and if you don't mix enough, you end up with obviously not enough in your bloody corner or something, so that's really annoying. But then you don't want to mix too much and have to waste it or rush around using it somewhere else, you know. Right, good to go. I've got my cup of tea. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Take a little bit, go in neat. Take a little bit, go in neat. There. Okay. I feel like once I've got the edge started and the top, you know, I'm like ready to go there. Oh, this one's just gliding over lovely. Just filling all those little bits that I might have missed. I'm just a little bit low on stuff again. Some weighing. Like I say, you need to know how much stuff to mix up. I suppose it's better to mix a bit too much than not have enough, isn't it? I think I'll just do it, because this stuff is a little bit wetter and a bit creamier, so it is travelling across a lot quicker and nicer. Oh, just dropped a bit there. Can't be dropping bits. Alright, that's my second coat done, and similar to the first one, that took about half an hour, 35 minutes to lay on there. And same again, I'm just going to flatten it off and get rid of all the lines before we go on to the next stage. Alright. Yeah, this flatten really works. Once it's been on a few minutes and you just go over it, you get rid of all those lines that you was worried about earlier. Okay, I'll just try and give you a look at that, how it stands after that second coat flatten. It looks pretty nice, all in all, but there's still, that's it, there's still some little lines here and there, but it's just wet enough to kind of blend them out. It's firming up a bit, it's not on my fingers, little impression. There, you can see that one, can't you? Things like that, they're still in it there, look, but they're going to come out now. So I'm going to get a wet trowel on this now, the first wet trowel, and get rid of all of them, hopefully. Alright, wet trowel, wet brush. Beautiful. I don't know what direction you're supposed to go. That's what I need to learn. I don't know. Do you come across? Do you go upwards? I don't know. I'll come down with this one and up. And then on the second wet trowel, the next one, I'll go that way and I'll take it that way on the second one. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. That's it, it's all running. It's all running there now. Yeah, it's going alright, but it is a bit stressful, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, that's my first wet trowel. Yeah, going well. Not too damn bad, if I say so myself. For my second wall, it's looking passable. Looking alright. Oh. And that's why we messed up the plumbing, everybody. Because that would have gone straight into the pipes there and caused a bloody nightmare. So that's what you do it for. Oh bloody hell, I've just remembered this plaster, it's going off. It's going off in my bucket, this second coat plaster. I'll have to get this cleaned out. God, you're cleaning your stuff all the time. You don't get a minute to rest in this game, I tell you. I'm just cleaning my sockets out quickly at this stage. All the stuff's a little bit wet, it's easier to do it now, isn't it? Won't have any electricians slagging me off, I'll tell you now. Okay then folks, it's been about 15 minutes or so since the first wet trowel. And I've just been cleaning my stuff out and I took this chance. To just clean these edges up lovely. Took the excess off and I've just gone down with a wet brush and it just brings them in lovely, jibbly. Like that, so I hope you can see that lovely corner. I'm really happy with that there. Up to the ceiling, that's marvellous. And I've just done similar on that one, but I've just been thinking I'm probably going to carry on my practice and I'm going to skim this wall here. So I'm not worried too much about that, but I have give it a wipe down just to make sure there's not any big bits in them corners there. Again, because I've got a newer trowel, this would be even better with a nice sharp one. It's the case of the newer trowel, isn't it? These square edges. I need a nice sharp blade there, but that will come in time. Across. Nice action. Nice action. There's my water coming down. I don't know. Am I doing this right? I don't know. Good bit of pressure there. Good bit of pressure. Well then everyone, that's pretty much it done. Let me pick you up, I hope you can see. Take my word for it. It's looking bang on. Apart from the odd little bit. I can just see a couple of tiny things there what need a bit of filler in. But the actual main bed of the wall, it's lovely, it's looking nice. I'll try and show you. I've cleaned out around my socket best I can. But I'm really happy with my corner there. That's come up lovely. I took a lot of effort and made sure I pushed it in there and cleaned it out. So I've got a lovely corner where it's met the other wall there. And it's looking lovely and flat. It's bang on, I'm happy with it. Yeah, and what time is it? Let me show you. Yeah, what that is. You see that? 16:30. Alright, so it's 4:30. And what time did I start? 1:30, didn't I? 1:30, 2:33. They're about 3 hours this has took me. Anyhow, I felt a lot better on this one today. I was really getting a feel for it. Taking it off the trowel and everything. Felt real good today. Just getting a bit more used to it every time you do it. Getting them nice big sweeps going. I'm trying to perfect that roll down technique as well. Upwards and down upwards and down. It's like a little rock motorbike of the wrist, isn't it, that one? So that will come along in due course. God, don't the guys make it look easy on the internet, honestly. Don't they make it look easy. It's the mixing, what's getting on my nerves, the mixing. Mixing of the stuff. Knowing how much plaster to mix up for a certain job. That was quite annoying because I ran out in a corner there, in the far corner. I could have just done with like another mugful. That's it. It is what it is now. Stressful, this plastering game, I tell you. If you ever know a plasterer who's got a sweat on, you know why. Don't get on his case, because he's got plaster going off on him and he can't mess about. Alright, that's a wrap. See you later. Okay then, while I'm waiting for that SBR to dry, I'm going to get myself ready for another mix. And you'll notice that I've put a brand new dust sheet down here on today's wall, just to keep testing myself. I'm going to see how much I've dropped by the end of doing this. Alright, let's see how clean I can do it. Right then, I'm trying to get an idea of this mixing lark here. So I've got a litre jug here and I've been filling it up. So I've got a line here of like 5 litres. I know where the 5 litre mark is. I'm just trying to understand, will 5 litres of water do that size? I don't know, let's see. Am I going to have too much or too little? But I need to get these little things in my head of these little benchmarkers of mixing. Well then, 5 litres of water has mixed me up a bit more than I thought I would. It's quite a lot there actually, I think. I don't know, I might be wrong. That might be just the Goldilocks amount, that. Let's see. Experimenting, aren't we? Alright, that's dried off now, lovely. Everywhere, nice. Alright, I'll probably just leave you there and time lapse this and you just watch me do it pretty quickly. Alright. I wish I could do it as quick as this time lapse. Take a little bit, go in neat. Take a little bit, go in neat. It's bloody brilliant, that little technique, I love it. I'm trying, Kirk, I'm trying, mate, I'm trying. How am I doing? I'll tell you what, that's something I'm starting to realise as well. I saw in one of Kirk's videos where he's plastering with Roger Bisby from Skill Builder. It's a good video of that one. And Kirk's showing him how he does the stuff, you know. When Kirk's talking about like putting a bit on and taking it from there and then using it, taking it, using it. Roger said something and I thought, oh, that's bang on. Roger said, so you're using the wall like a spot board.
Like that. And then take a little bit and go in neat.
Yeah, yeah.
Take a little bit, go in neat.
You're using the wall as a spot board, aren't you, really?
That's, yeah, like that.
And I thought, yeah, that's exactly it. You can put some stuff on the wall and then just use it from there and go back to it. You don't have to use it all off your trowel. You can plant a bit there and then come back to it and take it off and then go up there and then take a bit and go in. That's what I get now. You can put a bit where you want it and then come back to it and take it off and then use it, you know. So I can see that now. You can just put some there and then use it when you need it, you know, take it off and come back. There. Using the wall as a spot board. Yeah. Interesting. Right, let's get this first coat finished off. I'm trying not to leave big ski slopes at the bottom as well, so I'll probably just I'll do a little pass on them. Like that. But yeah, it's feeling easier every time I've done it now, you know, the trowel hand movements are just a little bit more confident, and you know, just taking bits off like that, and what is it? Underhand, overhand. There. It's coming, isn't it? It's coming. So like I say, if I want to get that, I want it on that side of the trowel. So I'll go like that. Like that, don't I? Something like that. Take a bit and go in neat. Alright, that's my first coat done, and the same drill again. I'm going to go over it and flatten it with this trowel while it's still really wet and get it looking semi-decent. Yeah, and 5 litres wasn't too bad guess. I've got a couple of handboard folds extra than what I needed there, but I've got a bit spare, so I'm just going to do these reveals on that window wall that I did on the first day and just use some of the stuff up while that's drying off. So bring it down. Nice. Okay, I've got some second coat mixed up there. I've just used 3 litres of water on this one, and I've got a little bit wetter, a little bit creamier this one on my second coat. So it looks like I've just got enough to do it with, so that's good. Right, same again, let's go. Yeah, this is firmed up. I can leave an impression, but it's not sticking to my fingers. Yeah, I'll tell you what, when you're watching Kirk's videos and he's breathing quite heavily in the background, I can sympathise now. I'm doing it myself, I can hear myself doing it. Yeah. It's the breath of concentration. Marvellous. Yeah, marvellous. Yeah. Okay, that's my second coat done. Just had the perfect mix there, 3 litres of water. And then I'll be getting onto the first wet trowel. But as it's looking now, because I've been doing these flattening trowels in between, I've got it kind of 90% there already. There's just a few odd little lines in it which the wet trowel will hopefully blend out as I go. So you've got to trust the process, you've got to just keep going, not try and get it perfect immediately, and just trust the process that you'll get it a bit later, and it usually comes good, I'm starting to find. But you don't get a minute's rest, I'm telling you. Right. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit wet at the moment on here. Well, I'm not, but the wall is. A little bit wet. I think that's too wet for a wet trowel at the moment. So I'll give that a bit longer. I'll wash my gear out again, wash my tub out. I've not dropped much so far. I'll show you at the end how much I've dropped on my new douche sheet. And that's how much I had left from that second coat stuff, look. Just a big blob at the bottom. So 3 litres, did that one just nice. I'll just run a wet brush up them angles. That's looking nice, looking pretty nice. First wet trowel. So I can do it. Yeah, it's just tearing it there. It's tearing, it's this new blade. Alright, there you go folks, that's how much I've dropped today. I think you'll agree that isn't too bad, is it? Look at that. No big splodges anywhere. I've been pretty tidy today, I'm happy with that. Alright, it's time for my second wet trowel. I'm going to use this Flexi one today. Like I say, I still don't know if you're supposed to use these or not. I'm just figuring this Flexi stuff out. But it's got a bit of a sharper blade. than my brand new trowel there, so I'm just trying it, you know. You just figure stuff out as you go, don't you? Oh, it glides across lovely, this one. Like I say, I do know that it's a bit of a controversial topic, innit, the Flexi Trowel thing, whether it leaves things in your wall. So I don't know when the best time is to use one. Yeah, it's gone well. I'm really happy with it. Again, we'll see it once it's all finished, but for now, that's been a success. My third wall, nice one. We're getting there, aren't we? We're getting there. I'm doing well. Okay, hi again. It's the 4th day, and it's my 4th wall of this bedroom. It's the final wall. I'll just explain what I'm doing quickly, just a little prep work. I didn't really explain it on the previous one there behind me. So these existing walls here, the 2 existing, which wasn't plasterboarded. What I've got here is white silk emulsion paint, alright. So I'm just going over, making sure that there's no sort of high spots or anything sticking out which is going to cause me grief. But they're not in bad nick actually, these. There used to be a radiator here. But that's being moved to under the window next, so we've got things like this where the old radiator brackets used to be, look, there, and we've had a bit of damage at the bottom, so I've put some new pieces of plasterboard under there, and while I had the plasterboard adhesive, I've kind of filled the holes in, put a bit of duct tape around it so I can't cause too much grief. So I'll give this wall a good coat of SPR now, let that dry off, while I get my stuff mixed up for my first coat. And hopefully I'll mix up enough this time to do this wall. I think I've learned from the other one, so I'll have enough stuff this time around to do it. And then I'll get cracking on this one, and hopefully I'll have a good day. All right, see you in a second. Yeah, so I've just SPR'd the full wall now, and I'm just getting all these awkward bits right around these sockets and everything, look. All that drywall adhesive under there, blathering all that in, getting loads on that. Bottom sections and all that filler there where I've bridged the gap in between. That's all got a right good SPR in, right up the corners. I'll get my tape, there we go, cup of tape. That's that wall toshed in and I'm ready to go. I'll let it dry now. You can see it glistening in the sunlight, can't you? Good old SPR. Okie dokie. Right, that's 6 litres this time. What did I do with it? Was that 5 litres? And I didn't quite have enough. I need to crack this mixing rack. Right, well on the bag it says a 25 kilogram bag should use 11.5 litres of water. So if that's a full bag, if the full bag takes 11.5 litres of water, I presume that means for like a first coat mix, then if I was to use half of that, we're talking about 6, maybe if I was a bit more than half a bag, about 6 litres. So I've gone for 6 litres, which should be about half a bag. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to put 7 in. I'm going to put 7 litres in. And let's just see what I get from that. I don't want to mix too little, so I'll go for 7 today. And that should take me, according to this, like more than half a bag, which I think is what I need to tackle that wall there. So let's see how that goes. I'll put another one in, 7 litres, let's go. So that might give me too much, I don't know yet. If I have to bin a bit, I have to bin a bit. This is all the learning curve, isn't it? And the better you get, I'm sure the less that you waste. So it's one of them things, isn't it? Baptism of fire, you've just got to laying by doing, aren't you? So that 7 litres has given me like a half a bucket. Yeah, it's given me like half a bucket full, so I should have plenty there. So that's good. I've cleaned up my mixer immediately, got all the crap off there. I do need a better one than that. It's a bit too small, that, to be honest. I will admit I need a better mixer, but I'm happy with that mix. I'm ready to go. That's my first coat stuff. Let's have it. Here we go then. Here we go. The first trowel. Ready? Nice. Okay, bringing them tops down. There. Take a bit. Going neat. Take a bit. Going neat. So that's what I've been feeling. Once I get that corner started off, tops down, edges out, I feel good then, and I can sort of probably start going. Take a bit. Going neat. Okay, going well so far. I'm not trying to get it looking amazing, just getting it on. First coat, get it on. Oh, I'm just improving a bit on there. See that little roll back? I'm just getting that little there, little twist of the wrist. Just feeling that coming a little bit. I can feel me breathing. The breath of concentration's back. Oh, this is feeling good, this one now. I've mixed this slightly wetter than I did the other first coats, and this is just flowing on like a dream. Quite an even, nice even coverage that, but looks really messy at the moment. Oh yeah, I'm getting the hang of that rolling motion now. It's coming. Take a bit off there. Using the wall as a spot board. Bring them tops down. Taking a bit. He's going in neat. He's taking a bit, he's going in neat. Lovely. Yes. What did you do today? Oh yeah, I took a bit. I went in neat. Oh, did you? So did I. Beautiful first quarter. Little step up squat there. Little level change. Bit of level change in. Oh, me and you were there. Alright, see if I can back end of the trowel this one. Back side. See what I can do. There. Nearly. That one. Right, that's about there for that top. Let's work down now. Bit of pressure in that corner. Pressure, 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 pressure. Lovely. Because this is just fitting nicely down the back of there, so I'll just persevere with this for a second. Like that. Let's go down here. God, I was making all that bloody racket. I was making all that bloody racket on my plastering video. Come on. Doing bloody YouTube here, mate. Oh, just takes a bit of fiddling with that. But get there eventually. Oh, you awkward pipe. Oh, you awkward bugger. There. See, these are the real world things that they don't show you in the school. You know, radiator pipes, light switches, rolling. Bit of rolling there going on. How are we doing? Round that socket there, round that one, there. Okay, that's my face coat done. It's on the wall. It doesn't look very good, but as we know by now, I go over and flatten it now while it's still wet and make it look semi-decent before it starts drying too much. I imagine once you get better at this, you can just put your face coat on neat straight off the bat. But I still need to flatten it a little bit. So you can probably get away with it, can't you? I imagine when the pros are doing it, they probably don't flatten, they just do it so neat that they can just carry on. Main thing I'm trying not to do is let my trowel touch the wall and let it dig in, because that's so annoying. Just got to keep it slightly off. Big sweeps. Yeah, a bit too much gear in there. Probably could have done with, it's nearly going off now. Probably could have done with maybe 6 litres instead of 7. So a bit too much on that one, not to worry. Oh man. What's the old saying? We don't work to the whistle, we work to the thistle, innit? Oh, never a truer word said in this game. Yeah, as a beginner, just doing this for the first time, I feel real under pressure with time. I'm sure I've got enough time to do it, but you feel like it's drying on you instantly. Like you've got to get on, can't stop. I feel like I'm chasing it all the time. But I think I'm alright. Just comes with experience, doesn't it? It's experience. You can't buy it, can you? Alright, just did about 3.5 litres of water in that one. And that should be just enough. It's nice and wet. Little wobble. And I'm ready for my second coat. Okay, see, I'm finding that I like to bring my tops down a little bit, and then I can go up into them on this second coat. What do you think? Is that right? That's what I'm finding logical at the moment. So I put some across my top here so I can work with something like this. And I'll do a section across the top, because I'm here right now with my second coating. I'm about there, so I'm going to start there again. Lovely, there, I bring that down about that far, sort of a couple of foot or something like that. Bring them down, and now I can go up into them like this. Well, I've got around that light switch, not too bad, look. Not too bad. Let's see what it ends up like at the end. Oh, this bloody radiator pipes. What a pain. What a pain in the neck. Oh. Bucket trowels just fell in, all the handles caked in it now. Honestly. It's just the little things in it what annoy you. Come on, let's get a grip of yourself. Let's go. That's something to work on. That's something to work on, getting around them sockets. Just starting to go a bit dry now, this for me, because I've been taking too long to get it on. It's took me too long. So it's just starting to just firm up a bit of this, and it's just a little bit harder to push on. Once you've worked it a little bit with your trowel, it kind of brings the water back to it, doesn't it? So it's a bit more malleable.
You happy with this one?
Still, it's challenging. It's not easy. because it's took me a bit longer to sort of get round this, it's like going off a bit in your bucket, like a bit harder. You've got to be quick enough, haven't you? It's, you know, as soon as you mix that water, it's a chemical reaction and it starts going off in the bucket. And if you're not getting it on the wall fast enough and you're fanning around with it like I am, you know, half an hour later, I've just about managed it. I'm nearly there now into this corner. I'm nearly finished. Because, you know, you have got to give it a bit of pressure as it starts to, you know, you can be too tentative with it at first, and then you really can give it a good push. And you know, you got to give it a bit of welly as it starts to dry on you. Yeah, when I can stop for 2 minutes, I'll give it a shot.
Go down the stairs and shall put kettle on.
All right, I will do. When I can stop, I will do. Yeah, right, that's my second coat on. And then again, because I'm not very good at getting it on neat, straight off the bat, I will just clean my tools off, give this another flatten, let's get rid of that. That was a good estimate of the mix. I've only got like 1 scoopful left in there, so that was a good amount for that one. That was great. Yeah, I think that took me too long to get that second coat on there. Yeah, it's just tearing slightly, it's just a little bit dry. Right, can you see there, I'm just starting to tear it a little bit, so I think this is just drying a little bit too quick for me to flatten off. I might have to just get straight on with the wet troweling on this one, I think. Needs a little bit of water just to glide along. God, it's all go, innit? It's all go. I'm using a lot of pressure, but my angle's still pretty shallow at this point. Just cleaning that back edge all the time as well on there. Yeah, so what I was trying to do here, I was trying to do my regular technique of second coat and then flatten just with a dry trowel just to get the lines out. But I think because I'd taken too long, it started to pick up quicker than I could get to it. So as I've tried to flatten it, it's tearing in places. I can feel it's not dragging very well. And probably because I've got a new trowel as well, like I've mentioned, it's not a sharp edge. So I just need a little bit of water to help me get going on this. I feel like I just need a bit of water now. You see me up there. Sorry, I'm trying my best. I hope you can see what I'm doing. It's really awkward to do this and try and get a good camera angle for you as well. I'm trying my best, and plaster something that's a bit difficult to come up on camera as well. So I'm trying to explain what I'm doing. I hope it comes out good. Giving it a good bit of pressure as well as I'm coming down, and it's looking nice. Take my word for it, it's coming up lovely that now. Yeah, I feel like I've moved on to this first wet trowel basically instantly from second coating. Just because I've not been quick enough, I've had to get on with it and get a bit of water involved, I think. So it's just a bit dry. I don't think I've been quick enough on this. See how it's tearing it out, look. That's because this is a new trowel. This is what they say, you buy new tools and they're no good. Yeah, around the socket, not too bad, look. Not too bad with that one. But again, look, can you see that? Little miss there. A couple of little misses here I can see. But maybe on the next trowel they might just pass over then. Okay, so that's my first wet trowel. I had a little bit of urgency doing that one because I felt like I was trying to catch it up. It was getting away from me, but it's more or less, it's looking pretty good, apart from the odd little bit that I've just shown you there. But the pressure's off now, I feel like I can kind of just take a step back for a minute and breathe. Whew. I still can't have a rest yet. I've just realised all this second coat plaster's going off in my bucket. I've just caught it in time before it goes hard, look. So I've got rid of that. And clean the bucket out, and then I'll have a breather. Man. Yeah, that's something I'm realising with this game. It's constant, on the move all the time. You just don't get a break. You're either panicking about your stuff going off on the wall, or especially if you're on your own and you might got a bloody apprentice to mix for you and all that stuff. I can see I can see why they've all got apprentices now doing their mixing. Because you need it coming all the time, don't you? Or you need your buckets cleaning out before this stuff goes off on you. Yeah, it's non-bloody stop. Okay, again, this is something I'm a little bit unsure of. As you can see, there's a few dark patches coming in now. So that means that the plaster's kind of setting. It's on the way to setting, isn't it? So I haven't done the second wet trowel yet. Am I too late? Is it about now that you start doing the second wet trowel? Have I still got time to kind of get on it? Any help's appreciated. Yeah, I think I'll just give it a minute, I think, and I'll just give it a second wet trowel again before it starts setting too much. You must have to do it while you've still got a bit of workability in the stuff, haven't you? You can't start let it set, I suppose. Kind of struggled with this one today, which I'm surprised of. The first coat was going on lovely, and I thought I was going to do this no bother, but I've just struggled in the last hour getting this done. I think the second coat took me longer to get on than I thought, and yeah, I've just been chasing it a bit in this last hour or so, so I'm kind of not 100% loving this one. I've struggled today. Right, second wet trowel in a minute. And that's why I taped them electric cables up as well, because I just got a few splashes down there, but luckily enough, they're all wrapped up in duct tape, nice and safe. So. Anyway, that looks good. Yeah, it's pretty firm this now. Feels like it's kind of on the turn, so I best get a move on, I think. So I'm coming downwards with this one. Again, I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but it feels right. And then I'll come out from the sides. See if I can bring you in for this one. Sorry, it's super awkward trying to film this at the same time. Super awkward. I'm trying my best for you. I really am. Oh, it's coming up nice. You can see the water dripping there. It's coming up good. It looks nice, it looks nice. I feel like this is my last chance now to get something, so I'm just going for it, going up from the bottom. I hope that's the right thing to do. Feels okay. Big sweeps. Yeah, I think this trowel, this new trowel, I think it has given me a bit of grief. I know you shouldn't blame your tools, but I think there is something in it, isn't there, about the new trowel thing. It's not bad, it's lovely, it's nice. Yeah, I'll see if I can put you in the light there and look down the wall while I'm finishing this. Hopefully you can see a little bit of that. I'm just wiping that off every time as well. Keep that back edge clean, just taking the water with me into that corner. Come away from the corner a little bit. There. Just come down. Oh, did you hear that? That little scratch there. Yeah, it's giving me a few little tiger stripes there. Look. Get rid of that. I'm just cleaning the edges down as well at the end, just down this door frame. It's looking quite nice, look. And get rid of all that mess. Trying to leave it nice and tidy. It just gives the painters a bit less to do, doesn't it, when they come in? And don't I know it? That's a bit better. Alright, that's about it from me. I'm probably going to go over it one last time just to check it over, but I'll spare you that bit. I think you can see how I'm getting on. And look, that's the last wall of this room. Look, you've watched me do it all. If I take a spin, There's my first one that I did. You can see the different drying process. There's my first one. And then the next day I did this one, look. That's about half and half. And then yesterday, look, that's still pretty wet from just yesterday. Still dark brown, drying off. And you've just seen me do this one today, haven't you? And that's on the turn, as you can see. That'll soon look like that one there. So yeah, I think that kind of brings me to a wrap here. I can't really show you too much more without just repeating the process, and it's probably going to get a bit boring. So I hope you've enjoyed watching over my shoulder there and how I'm getting on, and I hope it's come out okay. I hope I've give you a little beginner's journey into the world of plastering, and let me tell you what, it's really difficult. It really is. I take my hat off to you plasterers out there, the Kirk Johnstones of the world, and all the lads up and down the country and everywhere who's doing it. It's really tough. It really is a skill to get the knack of, and it's yeah, it's a tough skill. They really deserve every penny they get, these lads. Non-stop as well, hard work, back-breaking work. I tell you what, I mean, look at the room I'm in here. I'm in a room here with the carpet up, and there's no need to be precious about anything. Nothing's going to get damaged. But I can't imagine going into somebody's pristine £1 million house or a living room with TVs and curtains up and having to be careful and do this kind of work. It really is amazing. If you're one of the top guys out there, I take my hat off to you. You're brilliant. That's really what separates the top lads from the sort of have-a-go heroes, isn't it? Anyway, what can I say? I'm really glad that I went and did that course to begin with. That was a really helpful little stepping stone to get me going. And along with YouTube and, you know, Kirk's videos and stuff like that, it's so helpful, all these little tips. Take a little bit and go in neat. Love that one. Absolutely brilliant. I've been able to get some pretty decent results. I think you'll agree. It's not too bad for a first timer. And like I say, I'm a painter and decorator, so once I've worked my magic on it, a little bit of filler here and there where I need it, and it'll look top notch. Yeah, I'd love to know what Kirk would score me out of 10 on this room, on my stuff. So that'd be funny. I'm going to carry on plastering in the future. If there's any jobs what come up, I feel like I can take them on and save a few quid by doing them myself. As long as I take on small bits at a time and take my time, one wall at a time, you know, for instance, and not rush around doing too much, I think I'll be able to crack it in the future. So yeah, if you're ever thinking about it yourself, go give it a go. It's go find a school near you and go give it a bash. I think you'll be surprised how you can pick it up after just a few days. Every day I've done one of these walls and I've felt kind of better every time. I think my sort of hand skills are coming on a lot better. My trowel movements are far improved from the beginning. Still plenty to improve on though, of course. I'm only on the starting blocks, aren't I? Lots to improve on. But plenty of time to learn, isn't there? Plenty of time to learn. I've not dropped too much. I'm quite a neat worker, I think. Not too bad. Right, enough waffle. Check this. Alright, let's go. Again, it's just a few days later. As you can see, my plaster's dried out now. I'm just starting to get the first little bits of paint on. And the mist coat, first coats here. And the last wall that you saw me do, it's all dried out today, so I'm going to carry on painting. Just wanted to get this on film just to try and show you what it looked like when it was all dried out. I'll try and show you in the sunlight if I can. And let me try and show you in the light. I hope you can see. Honestly, it's not bad at all. It's pretty damn good. So yeah, I just wanted to get that before I cover it up. And I'll probably show you the room once it's finished, just to show you how it's all turned out. Alright, thanks very much. Bye for now. So I gave all the bare plaster a mist coat using a very watered down white matte emulsion. This helps seal the plaster and prepare it for the top coat. And this is the first coat of grey matte emulsion going on here. Yeah, now that I've got a first coat of grey paint on this wall, I'll just try and show you a couple of the things that I'm seeing. There, look, little things like that. Look, another one there, but it's not much. A little bit there, look. A couple of bits in this corner, just little bits, not much.
See one there, look.
And I did my final wall in a feature blue, and you can see how smooth it turned out around the light switch there. And listen, I know this has been a long video, so thank you for spending your precious time with me today. I really wanted to show you my real beginner's experience at plastering here, and trust me, I've cut it down as much as I could without it detracting from that experience. I just hope this journey helps or inspires someone out there in the future. Anyhow, my walls look great in the end, and here's the finished room look. This is JD signing off. Happy plastering everyone, and I'll see you down the road. Alright,